Hello, Joe Yuhan here to talk about strength strategies for maintaining hip mobility. And so it kind of sounds like a misnomer. You think that we get hip mobility by stretching or by massaging, and while that's true, how we maintain that mobility has a lot to do with how we actually use the ball in the socket. And so how we use the ball in the socket has to do with all of the muscles that wrap around the hip. So after we've done the mobility component, the massaging, the stretching, we want to work on our ability to move this ball in the socket through its functional range. And there are a collection of those ranges, and we're going to work on some of the most important ones now. And so the first one is in flexion. We've done a significant amount of flexion before. I'm going to refer you to my article on hip flexion that was posted, I want to say, at the end of 2020. I'll show you that really briefly, and that's essentially doing a very easy hip marching exercise like this. Again, I have a full protocol on how to do this sort of work in the hip flexion post, which includes videos. The next movement we're going to do is hip extension. Flexion extension, these are the big movements of running. And so after we've done the mobility work, we want to work on how well and how much farther the hip can extend. So we're going to start easy with this one and do just a classic double leg bridge. To do this running specific, we want to firm the abs, we want to try to keep the low back flat. We're going to push through our feet. I like to push through the heels. I feel like I can get more glute activation here. And what you'll find, hopefully, is after doing the ball massage work, you're going to have more significant range of motion into extension. And your goal is to at least get equal from trunk in the same plane, shoulder, pelvis, knee. For me, right now, after having done that work, I can actually get beyond that. And so I want to work that last 10% of the range. I relax down, firm my abs, flatten, push, squeeze. That's the easiest one. Then we can get creative and do a running bridge, which is a single leg with running arms. While it seems like cheating, it is the running pattern to push an arm into the ground to propel the driving leg upward while pushing the push-off leg into the ground. That's running bridge. The last one that I really like to do for hip extension restoration is in all fours. We want to work on the body's ability to have isolated hip extension on a stable pelvis and trunk. And so firming abs, thinking about keeping the area of my hand not moving, I am working this bent leg donkey kick as far as I can in this functional range. Some of you, even after doing the massage work or stretching, you might only get to here. That's totally okay. We want to work on the brain's ability to control that motion without then substituting into your low back. So if that's all you can do before arching, that's all you do. Your goal, however, is to get at least to 90 degrees, if not a little bit beyond. That's extension.